Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Donna Just Being Real. My channel is all about dating, love, relationships, toxic relationships, advice channel. So we're back on this again with Psycho Sarah Boone. Yes. Well, there's a bit of an update today. She went back to court. And to find out, oh boy, she's getting a new lawyer. What's this, the sixth or seventh lawyer? I don't know. I cannot keep up with it at all. But let me just read a little bit about what this trial is about, just in case if you're new to it, if you haven't, heard about this trial. And make sure what you do is you hit the like button, share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, and also subscribe to the channel and share me out in your social media. And if you need to reach out to me for coaching in dating, love, relationships, or you have a viewer's request, you can find my email in the description. All right, and feel free to contact me. All right, so let's get into this. Psycho Sarah Boone, lawyer quits. Accused suitcase killer Psycho Sarah Boone appeared in court on Thursday for a hearing about the motion filed by her attorney, Frank Bankowitz. I might be pronouncing it wrong, but just read the description. Who is Boone's sixth public defender, asked to be removed from her murder case. Ooh, okay. All right. The judge granted her an attorney motion to withdraw and to appoint a new public defender. If this becomes a problem on another court-appointed attorney, I'm going to have to look closely at what the alleged disputes are, the judge said to Boone. Now, what's a little bit throws me off about that, right? She's been writing several letters to this judge, right? And what I'm trying to understand is why now so he decides he wants to look into it. If it happens again, now I'm going to look into it. If we on the sixth lawyer, why wasn't you looking into it before? And find out what the problem is. I don't know. But I do one thing. This Psycho Sarah, she think it's all about her. See, this is another one. We got a narcissist sociopath. She thinks it's all supposed to be focused on her. Excuse me, girlfriend. You put your boyfriend in a suitcase and you left him there. And he said he couldn't breathe. And you didn't care. You didn't care at all. And now he's not here no more. That's a life. He was somebody's son, brother, child. You understand? You just can't just do that. All right. So I'm going to show two clips. The first clip I'm going to show about what happened today at the hearing, right? And then after that, I'm going to show you another clip. So make sure you stay. Hit the like and share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Tell me what do you think of this whole thing. All right. And let me know. Are you looking forward for this trial? Do you want to watch this trial? Let me know. If you don't, you do. Whatever. I don't know. Just let me know. But it seemed like it's not happening no time soon. No time soon. All righty. Now let's get into this first clip. Now this is what happened today in court, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So let's just watch this. But like I said, it really puzzles me when the judge says, I'm going to have to look into it. This happens again. She's been writing you plenty of letters. Why haven't you looked into it before? I don't know. I don't work in the court system. I don't know how it goes. I'm just going by, I guess, kind of called common sense. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it.
Let's go ahead and call up the Boone case.
State of Florida versus Sarah Boone, 2020 CF 2603, state.
Dave Cacciatore on behalf of the state.
Defendant,
Frank Bankowitz.
please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you shall give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Can I have JAC announce themselves as well?
Yes, Audrey Moore for JAC.
All right. So we have multiple matters scheduled this morning, one of which is Mr. Bankwitz's motion to withdraw. My reading of the law is I feel like I have to address that motion first and rule on that before I can address any other motions that would be heard today. So, Mr. Bankwitz, let's start with you. Tell me why you're moving to withdraw.
Judge, the letters that have been coming to your honor,
You ever get
derogatory berating of my services in this case, I can't effectively represent her. She doesn't trust me. She calls me a a dud, I think, a buffoon, on and on and on and on. And no one.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to say this with y'all. This is my first time watching this here. I'm watching with y'all the first time. But you telling me that she's calling her lawyer this? She's out of her mind. This is why I call her Psycho Sarah. All right, let's get back to it. And I see you, Nell Gigi and Melvia and BG. Let's get it. And shout out to the people in the bushes. Happy Friday.
Should have to endure that type of derogatory comments and expect to effectively represent someone, especially in a murder case.
Ms. Boone, I read your letter dated August 26, 2023, and your letter dated August 30th, 2023. And just so we're clear, I read all of the letters that you send to the court. Whether I respond or not is based on what's in the letter and whether I'm asked to actually do something that's within my purview as a judge or not. If I understand correctly, you have now decided that you think it would be best, in fact, if Mr. Bankowitz was allowed to withdraw. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And you understand by him withdrawing, I have to appoint another attorney. Do you understand that?
I do.
And that attorney is not standing here, so we're not going to be able to address, and I'll give the state a chance to talk to me as well. But assuming I grant this, we won't be able to address the other issues that were docketed for today, which means I'm going to have to reset your case for a later date. Do you understand that?
I'm not sure what items it is you're speaking of. I haven't received a copy yet of the letter.
All right. So we're having a hearing today in regards to authorization for payment for an expert that your attorney believes he needs to defend you and the issue about the compensation of that expert, which is why JAC is participating today. I don't know if your next lawyer is going to think that that expert's the right person to use, or whether they're going to go a different route after consulting with you. And even if they did, they're not standing here. And once Mr. Bankowitz is out, he's out. He can't argue the motion. So do you understand that?
I fully understand.
All right. Mr. Cacciatore, normally the state takes no position in these issues, but there are limited circumstances when the state does take a position. So are you taking a position on this motion to withdraw, Mr. Cacciatore?
No, this would be one of those times where we would be not taking a position.
All right. So I'm going to grant Mr. Bankwitz's motion to withdraw. I'm going to appoint, let me find my list, Attorney Winston Hobson to represent Ms. Boone. In regards to the other matters scheduled today, I'm going to take no action on them at this time until Mr. Hobson can, well, in regards to the motion involving JAC, I'm simply going to take no action on that motion at this point in time until Mr. Hobson has a chance to review it and determine whether he wants to proceed with that motion. I will address the pretrial because today was also supposed to be pretrial. Here's what we'll do. Let me just get my calendar up.
Attention business owners. If you're a business owner,
As far as pretrial conference, I'm going to set this case for pretrial conference on Tuesday, November 28th, and a trial period starting Monday, December 11th. I think any earlier period of time would be unrealistic for Mr. Hobson to get on board, get up to speed with the discovery, and determine how he wants to proceed in regards to any experts. But I will set a status hearing on the case prior to that.
Nikki, I agree with you. This is the most insane story I've heard. And this woman feels so entitled. Are you kidding me? What you did to this man? Oh my gosh. But I'm still trying to figure out what possessed him to get into that suitcase. What was
So
the
status hearing on the case, Monday, October 30th, 2023 at 10 a.m. That'll be for the purpose of making sure that Mr. Hobson's on board, some sense of where he thinks things are, how realistic he thinks the November pretrial is, any other matters I need to address with him at that time. Now, Ms. Boone, in just a minute, they're going to take you back to the Orange County Jail. I'm going to suggest that you talk to Mr. Hobson about the various other issues you raised in your letter dated August 30th, 2023. One other thing I want to talk to you about, we had this conversation once in the past. Clearly, your working relationship with Mr. Bankowitz was such that it deteriorated to the point where the two of y'all just couldn't work together to defend your case. So I'm not going to try to referee how that played out, why that unfolded the way it did. But one thing I want to caution you about, if this becomes a problem on another court-appointed attorney, I'm going to look more closely at what the alleged disputes are. You have a right to a court-appointed lawyer. There are certain decisions a defendant gets to make in the defense of their case that are absolutely theirs, such as whether they go to trial or not, such as whether they testify or not. But there are many decisions in a case that a lawyer gets to make. And while you certainly have a right to consult with your lawyer and discuss with your lawyer, they don't automatically just do whatever you say. They use their professional judgment and experience and look at the evidence, look at the law, and do the best they can. Also, you've got court-appointed counsel. As I've explained to you before, court-appointed counsel rarely have the luxury of representing one person and only having one case to focus on. I have concern.
See, I like the way he stressed this to her. See, somewhere in her delusional mind, ladies and gentlemen, she thinks that when she gets a lawyer, it's all about her, like they don't have other cases. You have a public defender, okay? This is free. Everybody's entitled. If you can't afford one, you're entitled to one. Thank God for that. But you have to realize this is what you're going to get. He's going to be packed. These public defenders have so many cases on their hands, it's so overwhelming. And I personally feel that they're underpaid for all the work that they do. Okay? And you have such a difficult case? Are you kidding me? Let's get back to what the judge said. I'll share my thoughts. Make sure everybody votes.
That your expectations of what any court-appointed counsel might do as far as spending time with you and the depth and degree of communication may be unrealistic expectations. You always have the right to retain a lawyer to represent you, and then that's between you and that lawyer. You can demand whatever expectations that you have as part of that agreement. But when it's a court-appointed lawyer, you have to accept and understand that they have other cases, other courtrooms, other responsibilities. And I'm cognizant of that when I'm addressing these types of issues about communication. So that's just food for thought, nothing to do today. I don't need a response from you. I just wanted to make sure you were aware of that and were thinking about that as we proceeded forward. So again, the court minutes reflect that I am court continuing pretrial. I have granted a motion withdrawal. I have appointed Mr. Hobson to represent the defendant, and I'm taking no action on the motion, the ex parte motion for cost directed where JAC is responding. Ms. Boone will be returned to the Orange County Jail pending disposition of her case.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Am I able to say anything?
That's his information.
Okay, there goes Psycho Sarah leaving the courtroom. This woman is insane. And now, Gigi, of course you can come up here, girl. If you have any insights you want to share with us, share. I put the link in there, girl. Come on up. You know, what was I getting ready to say? Okay. I put the link there. All right, what does Deb have to say here? When was this hearing? This was today. This happened today. And I caught the tail end of it. So I said, let me just wait till I finish work. And then I was going to, upload this one. And what did they say? November? They was going to do the trial? I don't know. I just get so confused. I just want to hear his official trial date. Because every time you turn around, it just changes. Now, my thoughts on this. I'm going to show another clip. But I'm just waiting to see if Nail Gigi is going to pop up here before I get into the other clip. You are so welcome, Deb. And Deb, I'm going to try to go on. I'm doing this. Oh, okay. No problem. Well, then, I'm going to show this next clip. And then, I guess by the time, maybe you could come on up then. So, I'm going to show this next clip. All right, let's get into this next clip. While we wait for our girl, Nail Gigi. All right, let's get into this next clip I wanted to show. So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the music while you wait. While I set up the next clip. Nail Gigi, give me just a second. Let's watch this clip and then you can start talking.
Okay.
All right, cool. Okay, here. Now, all right, so sorry there, ladies and gentlemen. I was just trying to find this clip. I thought I had it set up, but I didn't. Okay, so we're gonna get into this clip. Now, this clip that I'm getting ready to show, this is actually the clip of him in the suitcase. So make sure you share your thoughts and opinions on it, just in case anybody don't know about this trial. Now we'll see what it's all about. Okay. Now, this right here, Psycho Sarah, help us to understand, how do you think a lawyer could defend something like this? It is so much evidence stacked against you. Oh, and then the funny part about it, she wants to say battered wife syndrome. Are you kidding me? I did commentary on that. Check out my past commentary. All right, let's watch this.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
You.
Sarah.
You.
Sarah.
Stupid.
Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it up.
Sarah. I can't breathe, babe. Seriously.
Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me.
Sarah.
The man said, I can't breathe. And she didn't make a move to get him out. I mean, really, what can a lawyer defend this? And you're going to say battered wife? Look at the suitcase. This is it. This is the suitcase. And I also showed other videos, with the body cam, and I also showed the interrogation. So check those out too. And I might end up doing the interrogation again. Maybe we have a Sunday we do the interrogation. Maybe this Sunday or something. I don't know. But I want to cover this other Hollywood therapist trial. Deb, my goal is to do it late night tonight because I don't have no plans for this evening. So I might do it tonight. All right, let's get back to it.
Sarah. Sarah. Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
That's on you.
Sarah, I can't breathe.
It's on you.
Sarah.
Real or ransom. I want to get video for it extra. Because I got this.
Sarah.
Real or ransom.
Sarah. Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
Oh. That's what I feel like when you drink on me.
Sarah. Breathe, Sarah.
Yeah. You should probably shut up.
Sarah.
He said he's saying, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And she told him to shut the F up. Yeah, good luck.
Sarah.
At Alliance Defending
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to show you that. Yes, Nikki, a grown man. And views and welcome. Oh my gosh, this is the video. Yeah, this is the video. You didn't see the video, girl? Yep, that's it. I don't understand. Why would somebody able to convince you to get into the suitcase? What were they drinking? Drinking and painting or something like that. And then all of a sudden she said, get in the suitcase, and it went from there. I don't know. But the crazy part about it is she's actually trying to go for battered wife syndrome. So, yeah, battered wife syndrome. Isn't it? Yeah, I hope I'm saying it right. Are you kidding me? So they having problems. If I'm correct, the defense is having problems because, defense, they on a budget. They only have a certain amount of money that they can work with a client, okay? So they have to stick into that budget. See, when you have a private attorney, if you got the money, like O.J. Simpson, you get the attorney. They can do everything you want them to do. They can have private investigators. They can look up people's past, whatever you need. They can have it done. Right? So I think they're having a problem trying to get somebody to vouch for her as, she was a battered wife syndrome. Yeah, but yeah, good luck on that one. Yeah, that's horrific. That's just terrible. And she videotaped it too. She videotaped it. But now, Gigi, can you talk now? Just let me know. Just if you can. Can you, girl?
I'm here. Yep, I'm
Oh,
here. Can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you, girl. And
Ooh,
happy
I'm a
Friday.
little winded, but I'm okay. How are you?
Friday, beautiful. Happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Okay, so what's going on?
All right, well, the update is she back in court again. And
Right.
why is she back in court? Because this lawyer, he's out of there. She's called him a horrible name. She called him a buffoon or something. I don't know what she called.
She
Love
did. So
God.
I don't know if I'm echoing or not. She actually submitted, hold on, let me get some water. I'm so sorry.
Hold a second. I don't hear you echoing. Is she echoing, ladies and gentlemen? And love joy in the house. Happy Friday to you too, beautiful. Do y'all hear her clear? I think the setting is set good here, so you should
Okay,
be.
cool.
All right,
She
go on.
actually sent two letters, one on the 26th and one on the 30th. And she did call him a buffoon. She said he was a coward. She didn't respect him. He wasn't smart enough to handle her case, things of that nature. And so I don't blame him. Now, from what I learned, she is on her seventh attorney. However, the first one was a private attorney. She fired him. And then lawyer 2 through 5 were actually dismissed from the case because of conflict of interest. So it wasn't because she had an issue with them. It was because either they knew somebody that could be a potential witness, or either they handled um, previous cases from when they had like those domestic violence charges and things like that. So they were dismissed from the case. And I think one actually had a heart attack. And then the sixth lawyer was this lawyer that just was actually withdrawn. And he tried to withdraw before, but the judge said no. And then now this time he was successful. So now we're on lawyer 7. So I know a lot of people were like, oh my God, how is this going on? Well, she didn't actually request to not have those previous lawyers. It was out of her
Oh,
hands. There was just a conflict of interest with that.
oh, okay. So the first one, she did have a private lawyer she paid for herself, but she
Yes,
got
and
rid of him.
she got rid of him because she just said that he didn't have her best interest at heart.
Interesting. She doesn't seem
Hmm.
to understand, but it's, after that video, if she didn't have that video, she probably could have got away with this.
She probably could have. I
Yeah.
mean,
hmm But
I
that
can't
video
stand
showed.
her, but sh I can't stand her. I'm gonna just say that. But the thing is that when you're a lay person, you don't know the law, you don't know how the law works, you don't know how the courts work. You can grow impatient. She's been in jail for 3 years now, so I can understand her being frustrated. But it's a certain way that you talk to people. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to,
Exactly.
talk down to people and just slander them and all of those things. And that's what I don't appreciate. And she can't expect her lawyer to call her every day. That's not realistic. They have work to do. And unfortunately, with public defenders, they have huge caseloads. And even if they're in the middle of a case, they still get cases piled on top of the cases that they already have pending. And so you just have to wait your turn, unfortunately. So it doesn't mean that because she gets a new lawyer that she's going to go to trial right away. It just depends on, how much work this new lawyer has and where he is with his caseloads. So it wasn't necessarily that he was neglecting her or not doing work. It's just that it wasn't going at the pace that she wanted it to go. And, with the court system, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, and the defense can't even get started with their portion until the prosecution is done with their portion. So the prosecution is going to gather all of the evidence that they need to prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt, right? Once they have all of their witnesses and all of their exhibits and things like that, they have to turn that over to the defense. Then the defense can say, okay, well, I know they're going to call this witness, that witness, and then that's how they build their defense. So that's when they'll call like character witnesses for their client. They'll get the court to see what the budget is to get expert witnesses. You have to figure out how you can build your defense, but it's based off of what the prosecution has. That takes time. It takes time, and you can't rush it. You have to wait a minute. And she's just impatient. And I believe that her lawyers probably have told her, you need to just try to see if we can get a plea. She doesn't want a plea. In her mind, she's not guilty. And so I think she just disagrees with the defense strategy. That's all it is.
I agree with you. Everything that you just said, well said. I agree with you. You see, this is what I be talking about, now, Gigi, about with these sociopaths and narcissists. They always feel so darn entitled. I
Yes.
think in her delusional mind, this is what she thinks. You know what, Judge? Why don't we just drop this? Yes, what I did was wrong. Put me in rehab. I'll stop drinking. I'm so sorry.
Hmm.
I've been here for 3 years. I get it. I got it. Just let me
Right.
just go back home. I have a son. Let's
Hmm.
just move on from this. No, 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 no. It doesn't work that way. See, this is what she's thinking in her delusional mind.
Yep.
And like you said, when you have these public defenders, they have a huge caseload. I just said,
Hmm.
I don't think they get paid enough. They do complain that they
They
don't get
don't.
paid enough.
No.
They don't. With all these
Ju-
caseloads, and then you got to deal with this a woman like this. Look, I'm trying
yes.
to help you, but look at the video. Oh, and if
Exactly.
people was asking me where to get the video, I'm assuming it was from her phone. They get everything from
The
your phone.
video was on her phone, but she was so drunk that she didn't remember recording it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
She
to
was
be completely honest with you, she does not have a defense. The battered spouse syndrome is not going to work. And the reason why is because at the time of the crime, they would have to prove that you were just so scared out of your mind that you saw an opportunity to basically shield for cover. You got him in there and you got out of the house. That is not the case here. You got him in the house, in the suitcase. You berated him, right?
He sure did.
He's begging to come out. You said no, F you, this, that, and the third. And then you took your tail upstairs and went to sleep. You didn't even want to perform CPR to try to help him. And then when you went to the police station without a lawyer, you basically confessed and told them that, I put him in there, XYZ. No, that's not somebody that's being abused repeatedly, that's finally trying to get out. You're just trying to get out. You're not going to sit there and wait to see what happens, right? You're just running. You're getting the heck up out of there. She did not do that. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. And furthermore, they were abusive to each other. It wasn't like he was just putting the paws on her and she was just scared out of her mind day in and day out. You contributed to that. You both were abusive to each other and both have been to jail for it and everything. So no, that is the only defense that they were able to come up with. And they probably did at some point offer her a plea deal, but she probably said no. And so here we are. And you don't like I said, you don't like the fact that it's moving at a slow pace. But then another thing too is that the defense was not able to find an expert to testify on her behalf to say that she was suffering from battered spouse syndrome. Right. And so that's another thing that prolonged the case. You got to take that into account. You can't get upset about that. If you're upset about the time that you have spent behind bars, you shouldn't have did what you did. Case closed. That's the end of that.
You should never did what you did.
Right. Like, you're mad at the wrong person. And I honestly feel bad for this lawyer because he's right now fighting a capital murder charge. It's not easy being a defense attorney, especially to somebody that is guilty. This is an older gentleman. He's doing the best he can. And like I said, he's probably just bombarded with work. And this is how you treat him. And is she mad because the judge is not intervening? He is not allowed to. The only thing that he can do is respond to emotion. She has to get in contact with the public defender's office, not the judge. She doesn't realize that.
That makes sense, right? You would talk to them, not the judge.
What can a judge do?
Yeah, what can he do?
So because you cry to him, oh, well, he didn't answer my phone call, he's just supposed to immediately take him off of your case? That's not how that works.
Nail Gigi, hold on, let me read this one. B says, I personally feel that this woman is merely trying to gain popularity by acting up as she's done and doing. She knows her entire future is behind bars, so will do all she can to fight and already lost case. It's the possibility. You got a point there. They're crazy. These people are crazy. They just
I believe that she's purposely writing these letters so that it could be so much prejudice around her in this case that maybe it'll get dismissed.
Oh, let me read this.
It's like she's dumb, but she's not dumb,
Yeah. A lot of these crazies, they actually kind of smart, but they just use it in the wrong way. That's the problem. Lovejoy says the neighbor reported hearing something tumble down the stairs. She may have threw the suitcase down the stairs. Correct. And I did commentary on that one when I was playing the interrogate. Well, not the. I did the interrogation, but when they were talking to the neighbors, the property manager, the best friend, it was a couple other people that they spoke to. And I believe one of the neighbors did say, Lovejoy, if I'm correct, was like they heard something like thump coming up the stairs, and then also they heard something just go right down the stairs. Now, if they have all of this, how are you gonna get out of this? It wasn't like you put them in a suitcase.
She can't. That's why she's trying to put the blame on somebody else. It's like, stop talking about what I did. What are y'all not doing? Y'all not hurrying up and getting this done.
Oop, I think I lost her.
My lawyer's not answering the phone. Everything is she's doing or what she did.
And Young says, and welcome to Donna Just Being Real. This lady literally thinks that she's getting out. Yeah, she do. I think she thinks that my thoughts on it, that she feels like, look, like I said, I've been in here for 3 years. I get it. I got it. I had a couple of drinks. I acted stupid. I killed him. It was an accident. Didn't mean to. Put me in rehab. Let me go back home and let's just all move on. No. It doesn't work that way.
That's exactly what she thinks it is. And like,
this really is that. This really is. Maybe Sunday I'll do interrogation again, in case people just haven't seen it. You watch this interrogation, you're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh," because it was a show. Oh, that was a show. Make sure you have your crunch and munch, your cocktail, your water, whatever you get comfortable with. I might be showing it Sunday. If I do, it'll be around 4 or 5 Eastern time, something like that. We'll see. And if you can't make, you can always watch
She
the
shouldn't
replay.
have went up in there without an attorney. They would have protected her from what to say and what not to say. She ran her mouth too much. There's no way out of it
Yeah.
now. You
Oh, you talking
know?
about the interrogation? She should have never did that.
Yeah.
I don't understand
She
why these
should have
people.
never have done that.
They always tell you don't have to speak without an attorney. Don't
Because
talk.
because a lot of criminals feel as if I ask for an attorney that think they oh I can't talk, I'm sorry. If I
Mhm.
ask for an attorney, they'll think I'm guilty. So if I don't ask for an attorney, they'll feel like I'm being truthful and I can go home. But if I don't tell you anything and I ask for an attorney, you're gonna think I'm not being truthful. You know how liars are. They gotta prove something. I have to prove to you I'm not lying.
Yeah, they driven to do that.
You
You
see
right.
how, I mean, she went on and on. It's like, no, ma'am, no.
Oh, that woman is a piece of work. And the body cam was hilarious too. All she kept talking about, okay, I get my Dr. Pepper. I need a cigarette.
Yep.
Dr. Pepper, cigarette. Dr. Pepper, cigarette.
She was so dehydrated from drinking the night before. But I mean, like I said, even with this new lawyer, I don't know why in her mind she feels as though, even if he did give you a phone number, that doesn't mean it's not a private attorney. Private attorneys are going to answer the phone. You want to know why? They get paid every time they talk to you, every time they open up
Yes,
correspondence from you. They
yes,
bill you for that. A
everything.
private defense attorney, they don't have that kind of time to sit around and wait for you to ask them this and ask them that. They have staff that handles that. And again, if he's in the middle of a trial, there's not much he can do right now. Like that doesn't mean that he's not working on your case. That's what I said. Like if you're a layperson and you don't understand how any of that works, you're just thinking, okay, well, he's just sitting around and I'm just sitting in jail rotting. No, there's so much paperwork that has to be filed. You have to wait for people to get in contact with you. You have to, if you're building a character witness list, you have to locate those people. A lot of times
Mhm.
witnesses don't want to talk. So if you really need them, you got to go to the judge and see if you can get a subpoena for them to talk.
Oh
That
God,
takes time.
that's a lot of stages you go through. You're right. It's
It
not a
is a
cut.
lot.
It's not
It's
cutting.
not. It's not. Not for a murder case. Absolutely not.
Mm. Well, hold on. Let me just read this one here. Laugh Out Loud TV and Welcome said they want to talk. Who wants to talk? I may have lost it, but welcome, happy Friday. Now, I probably will do the interrogation this weekend. So, Dee and Nikki, if y'all didn't see, you can watch interrogation, or you can go back in my past videos where I did the interrogation. But I think I'm gonna review the interrogation. I'm gonna also review the revisit. I'm trying to say the body cam. It's just totally hilarious. I can't with these.
Would you be open to reading any of her letters?
Oh, somebody wants to be able to read it because those things are just too long. That's why I haven't done the letters.
Okay.
If I can get somebody willing to do it, because I
I
did
mean,
hear.
I'll do it. I can come up and help you with it if you want, but it's so much information in them. It just sheds light on a lot of, her personality and how demanding and narcissistic she is.
All right, well
You know what I mean?
we could plan a day on
That's only if you want to. I don't want you to feel
no, if
like,
you want to, we can do that because some people probably are interested in hearing the letters to give them some more of an insight, like what you said, and we can try
yeah.
to shoot for a day next week. We'll set this, set a schedule, your schedule, my schedule, see when we're free. We can just have a day just focusing on the letters.
Okay, that sounds good.
Sound like a plan
Yeah,
to
because
me.
she tore him up. I'm telling you, the last two letters, she went off on him.
Oh,
And she was like, I found out that my coward attorney decided that he wanted to withdraw.
she did. Oh, I didn't see that letter.
And she even dogged the judge. She told the judge, she said, maybe this time when you select a public defender for me, you'll shoot the bullseye this time. You wear glasses, so that should be pretty easy for you. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? She just throwing her own self in the grave.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not hear. I think I might have heard the first two letters, but I didn't really hear
Oh,
the
yeah.
other.
These last two, she went in, and it's just like, you are so disrespectful.
Oh,
She's so disrespectful, and for no reason. You gotta be patient, unless you're gonna represent yourself pro se. So which one is it gonna be? I'm sorry you've
I
been in there
totally
that
agree
long,
with
but you
you.
did it.
Such a
Huh?
cold, ugly way to pass away. That is. And there was a
Hmm.
video I had. Oh, I should show it today. Well, I'll show it Sunday. It was something. I do have a video clip. I don't know where it's at now, so it's gonna take forever for me to find it. But I do have video clip of his family speaking about it. So I'm gonna try to
Oh yeah,
find it
his
Sunday.
mom.
Yeah, did you see that?
Mm.
That was kind of
Yeah,
sad with
it
the
was
mother,
very sad.
and it was good to
Hi.
hear
You
from,
did. Oh, no
from
problem.
their
Have a good
side.
weekend. Thank you. Bye.
It was
Yeah,
good
it
to
was
hear
it
from
was
his side.
sad.
So maybe I'll see if I can find some more. But I'll do the interrogation this Sunday. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to make this Nail, don't go nowhere.
Huh?
I wanted to
Okay.
make this a kind of a brief live stream. I just wanted to show this, but I'm glad that Nail Gigi came and gave us a little bit of insight. And like I said, this Sunday I most likely will do the interrogation, and we can have a popcorn night or cocktails, water, whatever it is. Just bring it. Feel comfortable because it's a long one. It's gonna be hilarious because it's like this woman is crazy. She basically threw her
Yes.
own self under the bus, and it's good to watch again because I need to get a refresher and get more of an idea of it too. And then the
Mhm.
next week we'll probably try to do the letters, and I'll also will show the body cam too. But if not, you don't want to wait, you can always go back to my past commentary and you will see it. I gotta make some more playlists to make it easier for people to find. Yeah. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, y'all have yourself a great and a blessed weekend. And I will be going back live later on tonight, and I'll be getting into showing clips on the sex therapist trial that's going on. But nothing happened this week. I don't know what's going on, but we're
They
gonna work
went.
on
They
it.
had somebody
Oh,
got COVID. One of the prosecutors or something got COVID. Yeah, so they
oh.
took a week off.
Oh, well, kind of good for me, so I can catch up on it. So I was like, good, I can catch up. So this tonight, late tonight, I will be showing clips on that and focus on that one. But ladies and gentlemen, like I always say, is date smart, not thirsty. This was definitely a couple that was toxic. He was toxic, she was toxic. It was bound to happen. This
Yep.
was one of those relationships that they was just a time bombs about to tick, and it usually don't end well. Either one person dies or another person goes to jail. And what happened is both, basically both,
Yep.
died and
Yep.
go to jail. All right. Why did you get into that suitcase? God dang.
I think they were just drunk, and he
What kind of
probably tried.
alcohol? What kind of alcohol?
But you know what? I think that he just trust. I think he got drunk and just trusted that they were playing. I really believe that. And I think when he got his butt up in there, that's what she said. Forget that. Watch this.
Bye, everybody. Adios.